I'm your host, XN, and joining me as always is JX. How you doing tonight? Yeah, man. Took a little break. We also saw Multiverse of Madness, which is going to be a pretty good topic for tonight. Joining us is Maximus Savage. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, dude, no problem. So what kind of got you into MCOC and involved with the community?
Well, I was very resistant to MCOC at first, actually. I've been like a lifelong gamer and played, fighting games and Marvel stuff as long as I can remember. And, around the time MCOC was kicking off is around the time that microtransactions were becoming a thing. And, yeah, stuff with EA and things like that just kind of turned me off to begin with. So I didn't actually come into the game until like late 2018 or something like that. But just Marvel mainly is what drew me to it. And then, once you start playing it, it's like, well, coming in thinking, how can a fighting game be good on a mobile app? And then once you get into it, totally hooked. So,
Yeah, for sure. So, who are some of your favorite characters?
same with the favorite characters. Uh, I like everybody, man. I like even the total duds. Because secretly hoping that somehow, some way, Iron Patriot eventually gets something. But that's Black Bolt's my overall favorite. Man Thing. Um, the team that I play more than anything, excuse me, is Falcon, Cull Obsidian, Maw, and Captain America Infinity War Machine. I use for just about everything in the game.
Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, so Black Bolt is one of your favorite characters. I see him as your profile picture. Um, you also did you also get a sketch of Black?
I did. Did a commission with Gabe and had him do a Black Bolt, and it's awesome. I've got all his
Nice.
stuff, and I'm gonna try to get it framed up here soon and do some tweets and things and show that off. But yeah,
Yeah,
definitely one of my favorites in the comics and the game.
yeah, that's cool. Um, Sorry guys, I'm lagging.
Oh, you're fine.
Go ahead, Jay.
So when I joined the game, I've always been a huge Inhuman fan, and Mad Maximus was my original name in the game, and it was not available as Mad Maximus. You had to do like Mad underscore Maximus 1274.5 or something to get it, and so my name being Max fit along with that. But the Savage thing comes from military time and stuff like that. That's just a old nickname that goes along with some of that stuff. So combine the two and started the YouTube channel under Maximus Savage and decided to switch it in game. And it's just, Maximus the Mad was the main thing behind that.
Very nice. So, what is your progression level in game?
I'm knocking on Paragon's door. I've not finished 7 yet. I'm in 7.3, like the fifth or sixth chapters. Fifth chapter, I think, is 7.3. I'm gonna 100% that up, hopefully, and get the third rank 4, so we can do the Paragon thing. But I haven't done hardly any of the big side content. I'm trying to save that stuff as much as I can for when I could finally do some of it on stream. But as far as story progression, I try to get it done halfway reasonably, not right off the bat, but keep up with everything.
Okay, cool. So, when was the last time you put out a video or stream?
The last video I did a thing right after Storm's buff came out. Karate Mike had done a video on her with the ranked up version in the creator program. So I grabbed my rank 1 Unawakened Storm just to see what she could do. And I like that kid a lot. I like it a lot. I'm probably gonna. I've got a romance gem sitting there right now. I'm kind of saving for Namor, but if I don't get a Namor very soon, she's probably going to get that and go up. So it's a really fun buff.
Yeah, very nice. I haven't had a chance to play with her yet. Does she seem like it's a pretty big change?
It's a pretty big change. She's one of those characters that's going to be a fun to play character, and she's one of those characters that's mutant reliant. She relies on pretty heavily on APOC to get the big damage and to be able to refresh her shocks and things. But no, it can get pretty nutty. It'd be interesting to take her in Abyss on that mutant thing and see what she can do.
Very nice. Yeah, I've got a 6-star, so we'll see.
That
All right,
video.
Jay, you got another one? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, that's all right. That video I put up, I think she hit 191,000 crit on the third hit of her special 2 as a unawakened 1-star with a mutant team. So it's pretty crazy. I can't wait to see what she's like actually pumped up and awakened.
Nice. Yeah, Jay, you got another one over there?
It's always Inhumans. So Maximus, Gorgon, Triton, Crystal and Lockjaw. Those are probably the most wanted. Core Beta Ray Bill's up there for sure. The Phantom X, if Aiden's listening, is on there. Believe it or not, one of the ones I want more than anything, I want the Punisher version of a War Machine would be pretty cool. And another maybe tech, maybe cosmic, depending on how you look at her, is Isabel Kane from the Hickman Avengers run when she became Smasher for the Shi'ar Empire. I think that would be a really cool character.
Ooh, deep cut. Yeah, so what else you got over there, Jay?
Oh, for sure, Adam. He's got to be eventually. I mean, it has to. That actually, that could be a really cool character, depending on how crazy they want to get with his kit. I mean, they could do a lot of neat stuff with him. Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at that. Uh, no, he'd be cool. I always thought maybe if they did Crystal and Lockjaw together and kind of do, like a team mechanic. Yeah, something like that. And come in for specials or do, like Professor X's dash back animation is him teleporting. Maybe have Lockjaw teleporter backwards or something like that.
That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that feels like something that would be really cool for them to do. Strikers it's an interesting concept, and something like that would fit right in there. It would be really awesome. Right. Right.
Speaking of strikers, what are some strikers that you would like to see in game? Like I know we had the side quest, but what other strikers do you think would be cool to put together?
If they decide to do it as something that you could do on a regular basis, be it in a story quest or wherever you end up doing it, it'd be really cool if they did it with like team affiliations. So like if you're playing Avengers, maybe Hulk's a striker, or if you're playing Inhumans, you're playing Medusa. Black Bolt can strike for her. The mutants, same thing. X-Men team, Brotherhood of Mutants, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like, what is it? Guardians could have like Gamora or Star Lord strike for them.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
Heck yeah. Um, so we had a couple new characters come out this month with Riventra and Wong. Have you gotten either of those, or have you gotten a chance to get Riventra yet?
No, I haven't. I'm pretty interested to see them both. I love Wong's animations. I don't know what it's going to be like to play with him. I don't think they've lifted the embargo on him yet. I don't think anybody's put anything out. Yeah, but I'm really interested to see how he plays. Now I know everybody says Rintra is pretty awesome, so it'll be exciting to play with him too. I haven't even gotten the Cav quest to fight him yet this time, but um, I'm definitely excited to see what they can do. Right. Yeah, we can always hope for an
Yeah, I
extended
was, I
cut.
was for sure. I was definitely a little disappointed whenever I saw Rentra in the trailer, and the movie didn't turn out the same.
Yeah.
But but nonetheless, it was a good movie.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
it was sure. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't go with Clea this month, being every, but nope, Wrencher's cool, and that's I think I bought the early access for him. I'll probably buy the early access for Wong too, just to it's always rolling the dice, but for sure, yeah, that would be really cool too. It'd be really cool to see a bunch of the champions characters come in. Some version or form of penance would be pretty awesome. Also, penance, some version of penance. I don't know which version of the character they'd want to do, but that would be pretty cool too.
yeah. My boy, Imagine Jim's got a build for him.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah, know a little bit about the Contest of Champions books. Um, so Gabe's gone on record, at least on Twitter, is saying he wants to, the idea is to bring every single Marvel character into the game eventually. So that gives you hope down the road for all the wish lists.
Sure. Um. What have been some of your favorite buffs so far this year, or this over the
Uh,
past year?
my favorite buff of all time is Falcon. Just I play him so much. But as far as this year, it's got to be Storm so far. I mean, it's before if you had her with a crit team and you had her, maxed out, you you could get some pretty silly stuff if you pushed them to an SP3. But I mean, now all you need is time. So she won't be able to play through some nodes and stuff. But if it's any kind of long form content where you can build up a little bit of paralysis, her damage is bonkers now. So I'd probably say Storm.
Okay. Very nice. Jay, you got another one over there?
Yeah. There's a bunch, actually. I really want to see Iron Fist get some love, more than anybody else. Probably like a total rework on him. But Moon Knight for sure needs a buff. Black Panther Civil War desperately needs a buff. He's probably actually the one I want the most. I took him to rank 3, uh, as he is, and he's one of those Realm of Legends characters for me that's fun to play with. So it'd be cool to see him get some bleed chance and some value love, if nothing else. Even if they don't rework his kit, the rework that they did on the OG Black Panther is awesome. I don't have him as a 6-star, I don't think, right now, unfortunately, so I haven't taken him. But both Panthers I maxed out as 5 stars. A couple of my favorites to play. So I'm still here. So I thought I cut out for a minute. I can hear you. Now, Mordo's interesting. I don't have any version of Mordo leveled up, but I do want to play with him now that he got buffed. It seems like it's considerably better to play as a cav quest or whatever you want to do with him. I don't. He's doesn't seem like he's gonna be game breaking or anything, but definitely fun to play.
Yeah, so my stream audio myself was muted, so I fixed that. Whoops, I'm sorry, guys. But I was gonna say, yeah, Mordo. We don't really get the MCU crossovers with the buffs. Falcon was really close to his to the Falcon Winter Soldier show, and Mordo with obviously the Multiverse of Madness, and Hawkeye as well with his show as well. So it's pretty cool that we do get these MCU crossovers.
I actually forgot about Hawkeye. Hawkeye is one of my favorites too. I took him to rank 3 right after the buff.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I love him. That mechanic that they did with his arrow shot, slowing things down. There's so much possibility moving forward for other characters,
Yeah.
and I kind of hope they do something like that with Quicksilver, where they slow his animations down. But we'll see what they do with him.
Speaking of Quicksilver, is that who you voted for?
No, I voted for Bill. I voted for Crystal throughout everything, and then once it was down to Bill and Quicksilver, I voted for Bill just out of spite more than anything. But I like Bill too. I will definitely want to see him go to the game.
Heck yeah, Beta Ray Bill's my boy. So have you done any of the Karina's solo challenges part 2?
I've done a few of them. Went through and I did Sick Beast of a Player, I think, and a couple of the Realm of Legends challenges, just to get the second rank 4 character up there. But I haven't hit a whole lot of that. That's like the Abyss stuff for sure, probably Lab as well. I'm trying to save till I can stream. I'd like to do all that stuff on stream.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about the featured deals for Wong and Riventra. Do you purchase any other like deals in game? Do you purchase like the sigil or anything like that?
I do run the sigil. I don't buy everything there is to buy. I resisted buying the rank up materials at first because of mainly how they went about it. It felt like a lot of the community was getting left out with it not being available in game, so I kind of resisted buying those at first. But I usually do the champion things, early access bundles anyway. I don't go too crazy with Cav crystals unless it's somebody that I really, really want, and then I'll go pretty crazy.
Okay. So do you have yourself a sigil witch?
I do. I have her awakened. She's on the list of stuff to take up. She's at rank 2 right now. I do want to rank 3 her for sure. But I wanted to save resources to get Man Thing to rank 4, and I want to get Maul to rank 4 next as far as Mystics go.
Nice. Yeah, those are great.
Okay. Yeah. I just my most recent rank up was Immortal Hulk to rank 2.
Nice.
So, yeah. We awakened him, I think, of last month or a couple months ago. So that's pretty dope. What did we have? We just had season rewards for Alliance War. Did you do Alliance War at all?
Yeah, so I run an Alliance, and we do like map 5 and 6 AQ, and we're gold 2 in War. So everybody in the Alliance gets a 6-star every time. I'm at the point in the roster where I pretty much hold all my shards until the features roll over and then do a big opening. But I only opened 2 or 3 on the last one, and I'm going to continue to hang on to 6-star shards and 5-star shards until the features roll over. Depends on what they put in this 5-star. I'll probably go ahead and burn them up, but the 6-star I'm holding for the next one, and hoping between now and the 4th of July that I can get enough shards to go nuts, secretly hoping that they add Captain America Infinity War to that crystal.
Okay. Is that like the champion you're looking for?
He's the only champion on my main questing team that I don't have as a 6-star. So yeah, I definitely want to get him. And if I can get him, he'll probably be my first rank 4 science. If I don't get him, Mr. Fantastic will probably be the first rank 4.
Ooh, okay.
Both beards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay, you got another one over there?
All right, let's see here. I asked this question to a lot of people. Are you in the CCP? And if not, are you interested in joining the CCP?
I am not in the CCP. I do want to join. Of course, I'm trying to grow the channel enough to meet what their suggested requirements are for it. I like to, anybody that knows my roster knows I like to rank oddball stuff. So it'd be fun to go in and, be able to really max out some of the characters that don't get a whole lot of love. It'd be the main reason for joining it. That, and just, kind of feeling things out as they come up with stuff would be pretty cool too.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Who are some champions you would look at?
Oh, just putting resources into champs that you normally wouldn't burn resources on. I'm a giant Iron Fist fan. I don't have any version of him that I could take up, unfortunately, but there's piles of characters in the Alliance that have synergies and stuff that are fun to mess around with. But when, especially since rank 4 is becoming a thing now, and catalysts are starting to be saved more for that kind of stuff, it's hard to turn loose of them on the main server. So going through like Karnak, I don't have as a 6-star at all yet. I'd like to get Karnak and be able to test him fully wrapped up and take him through some stuff. So
very nice. Yeah, I've seen some pretty nutty stuff with Iron Fist and Shang-Chi before.
Right.
What else is there? So you said you do map 5 and 6 Alliance quest. Are you a boss killer?
Usually. It depends on what we're doing. Usually if we run map 6, we just want to try to get through it as much as we can. And it's, I've got enough roster that we can run 7 and 8 if we wanted to, but mainly try to gear things around the bulk of the Alliance and getting everybody in there and doing as much as we can for AQ rewards. So I do a lot of boss killing. I usually play almost the same team all the time. I usually take APOC, Professor X, and some other mutant, depending on who the minis are.
I love to see it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
Big X-Men fan.
Oh yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah, I flipped out when they brought kind of felt like they were going to bring APOC in. I didn't know which version of Professor X we were going to get, and I'm a giant Hickman fan, so when they did that, when they did that version of them, I was really, really happy.
Would you like a yellow chair version?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's I don't know what exactly they would do with this kid.
We got yellow chair version in the movies.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's go.
I freaked out with my dad, man. It was awesome. We were so happy.
Yeah,
Bro, that scene I almost cried. That entire scene.
I get emotional at every single Marvel premiere, every single one. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Just seeing those characters come to life on screen is unbelievable for me. So, yeah, multiverse. Just about had a stroke a couple of times. So
I swear.
it was very cool.
Yeah. So you guys want to talk about that for a little bit?
Spoilers, or are you saying just in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
Before we get into the spoilers at the end.
Yeah. Well, we can talk a little bit about it.
Yep, that's fine with me.
Ooh, look at that Riventra wallpaper.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. So Riventra really didn't have too much in the movie, which was kind of sad.
Yeah, he had 3 scenes.
Yeah. I think he only had like 2 lines.
Yeah, from the different sectors and whatnot coming.
Yeah.
Commentage.
But yeah, overall, I think it was a really good movie.
I did.
Me as well.
I really enjoyed it. That scene in particular at Commentage was really, really cool. Having everybody come together.
Okay, yeah, breaking up a little bit, Max.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Is that better?
Yeah, actually,
just
you
talking
were
about the Commentage.
That's funny. You guys I couldn't tell if you were breaking up at the same time or what was happening, but I can hear you both now.
Okay. All right.
I've got some weather coming in, so it may be hit or miss for me for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Shouldn't be too bad. Accident happens all the time. We're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that scene at Commentage was it was pretty crazy. Like, I don't know if I really liked how they tried to make Wanda into the antagonist the entire movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I can
thought
feel that.
I mean, just because she got the Darkhold.
Little corruption there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know if they're opening the door for other stuff down the road by going that way, or if they're trying to do House of M without doing House of M. It's just they did a good job at non-selling it as far as doing the previews and things. They didn't really give it away that that's how it was going to go down. So it was cool. It feels like from the point of the movie that they really wanted to show how powerful she is too. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it blew me away how just I can't say too much, but that's what, if she's not the most powerful character right now, I mean, no one really is.
She handled a certain group of people in about 2 minutes. Let's just put it that way.
She was unstoppable.
There was a couple minutes there where I was thinking, Kevin Feige, you son of a.
Yeah.
I like what they did with everything.
Yeah.
It's probably one I'll go see again. I went and saw this at the drive-in with my kids. I definitely want to try to go to an actual theater and see it before it's done with its run.
I watched it twice. I watched it back to back. It was
awesome.
It was really fun. How'd you guys like the horror parts of it? We have Sam Raimi as a director. I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan as a kid. That came out when I was born. I love those films.
So I went to go see it with my daughter last night for her birthday, and there was the one part where they were running from Wanda through the tunnels to get to the book, and there's like that last tunnel or whatever door, and the jump scare, and it scared the crap out of my daughter. It was so funny. I thought it was hilarious, but
it was fun. It was Raimi without being Raimi. it was little snippets of Sam Raimi. There was a lot of audio cues throughout the movie, especially in the horror parts, and not too much jump cut though. A lot of his, following the camera with the action. There wasn't a ton of that. So, I remember when Spider-Man 2 came out. That was that Doctor Octopus scene where he's on the table. That's about as Sam Raimi as it gets. But yeah, I liked it. I liked what they did with it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. There was the scene with the evil Doctor Strange and the good Doctor Strange, and they were throwing the notes back at each other. And the Danny Elfman, man, he just kills the music.
He's a monster. I mean, everything he's done he's one of my favorites. Him and Tyler Bates, who did the Guardians soundtracks, are probably two of my favorites. Or not soundtracks, but the score for Guardians. The music, the score was really good for this. One of my favorite score moments in any minute, because the music makes a lot for me as well.
Oh yeah.
And one of my favorite moments, period, in the MCU is the Guardians kiln scene where they're breaking out of the kiln. When Rocket finishes assembling the stuff he puts together, and the music drops and goes to that little string part, comes in as just, I could watch it 100 times. It gives me chills every time. So I'm interested to rewatch Multiverse and really enjoy all the musical parts to it too.
Yeah.
I think since you went to driving the first time, the sound's going to be so much different.
Yeah, I listened to it in my car on the car speakers. I didn't have to listen to it on the tinny driving speakers, but it's totally different when you got Dolby in a theater. So yeah. I for sure want to go see it again.
A certain scene, let me say, your ears are gonna freak out.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
That was that was just chills from that moment.
Oh, it was. There was that one scene you're talking about. I was looking at my daughter, and she had to throw her hands over it. It was crazy.
Let's go. I love it.
Yeah. It was awesome.
That's I could watch the whole movie over and over again, but once it finally comes out to where we can watch it on demand, I'll probably watch that one scene 700,000 or 800,000 times, I'm sure.
Just save it.
Yeah.
Maybe save it as a ringtone.
Yeah, right. I'm a big fan of the actor too, so I was really happy to see all that.
I thought it was really cool that they brought the returning actors from some of the other movies and the TV shows. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I hoped if we were ever to get, and there's hope with Miss Marvel too. I know they kind of changed the direction they're going with her powers and things, but I feel like there's still going to be tie-ins there. So.
Oh right, yeah. Inhumans.
I definitely agree. I mean, even with the Marvels, I'm gonna spoiler alert real quick. Well, Mariah and what's her daughter's name? Mariah Rambeau and
Maria. Monica.
Yeah,
Maria and Monica. Yeah, but yeah, they're both. I mean, they could potentially get reunited.
Sure, that
would be cool.
Yeah, it's they've kind of swung the door open. They can do whatever they want now.
Yeah, everything's open.
Yeah, it's really cool that's on the table now. I'm as far as going forward, man. I can't wait for Ant-Man. Huge giant Kang fan. I love what they did with Jonathan Majors in the Loki show. I'm really anxious to see what the unpleasant version of Kang is.
Well, we're like less than a year away because they just switched the Marvels and the Quantumania.
Right, to February. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting. And I think Miss Marvel runs next month, June. Yeah.
Right after Obi-Wan. So it should be pretty awesome.
Heck yeah. Thor: Love and Thunder's coming up too.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer hit. It's Taika, so you knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
But just I mean, it's unbelievable. They tore a page out of Assad Ribick's illustration manual right out of Jason Aaron's Thor and put it on screen. And I was like, oh my God, man, this is going to be amazing.
The only thing they added was Korg.
Yeah. I mean, it might as well just be a carbon transfer.
Yeah, it's like the first pure scene from a comic.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
You got anything else, Jay?
Jim says, "Can we talk about this awesomeness from Cat Murdoch?"
Yeah, Mangog and Womangog.
Womangog. I love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Mangog and Womangog. That was a very popular thread on Twitter last night.
Yeah,
it was blowing up. I got up this morning and popped on. I was like, oh, I missed a bunch.
Yeah, my notifications are going off since I was tagged in that.
Yeah.
Everything Kat does is awesome. It's it's lots of infographics, stuff that she doesn't have to do to provide for the community, and just the drawings are amazing. I love it. I'm every Monday excited for what's coming next.
Yeah, same.
And plenty of
huge shout out to Cat Murdoch.
Yeah, she has amazing stuff on her Etsy. Definitely gonna get some of this. Look at this new desk friend coming. Come on.
I know.
I got my Magneto. Awesome. Now I need a guillotine.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hopefully, I know Gabe threw it out saying you're hired as a joke. It would be so
Let's
cool.
go. Let's do it. Come on, get her on there.
Let's sign a petition.
Change.org. Here we go.
And this too, yeah.
It's 100% Kat needs to make that a print. She needs to put that in the store. That doodle drawing is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to talk about what you said? What your prompt was for her?
Oh, the Black Bolt toot knocking the ball down. Yeah, it's beautiful. No, it's so much. There's so much cool stuff. Dr. Octopus. I don't know who came up with Dr. Octopus, but elect them president, please. That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure that was J. Nick.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I got Wong. Yeah, I said Wong running from a clown.
No.
I just know she would do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's so much cool stuff. Jeff the Land Shark and Howard the Duck mech.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, that's just so cool.
Great.
That's you talking about strikers earlier. Jeff would be a cool striker for sure.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Gwenpool.
Heck yeah. That would be sweet. Okay, we've got input and input beta stuff out, I guess.
Yeah, you guys, do you have it turned on, or is that like full now?
Yeah,
is it for everyone?
I thought it was for everyone.
Yeah, like it's like automatically on, or is it like a propped into?
I don't know if it's.
I think you still have to turn it on. Okay. I turned it on whenever they did the initial beta, and it seemed like it made a difference. I'm one of the Android users who's had more issues recently than I did whenever it all first started. When it first started, I didn't really see it that much, but after the update from last month came, it really picked up quite a bit. In certain areas is what's weird, because like AQ is terrible for me, but everywhere else it's not that bad.
Okay.
Which is interesting, but.
So you're saying you're just having issues in AQ?
I get it a little bit here and there. I've had a couple of things in War, which I usually play War like it's stun immune anyway. It's parries is the only thing I've really noticed. I think maybe one Dex ever that I had an issue with, but I always second guess, is it me? Is it something going on? But there's times for sure that I know it wasn't me. Like, there's no AR, parry won't proc and stuff like that, but it is what it is. It's extremely frustrating if you're trying to do 100% something or clear major content. I could see it would be really aggravating, but AQ is one of those things. It's like, if this is where it's going to be, and it's not that big a deal to me.
Okay. Do you feel like they had pulled the compensation packages a little too early?
Maybe. I don't know how bad it is throughout the community. There's a few people in my lives that are kind of in the same boat that I am, where it seems like AQ is showing up more than other things. But it, the compensation's nice. You definitely do spend some units here and there if you're, getting wrecked because of that. So, but hopefully, just them pulling it is them being confident that it's going to be fixed. And I know they had to go through and basically rebuild the program from the ground up. So it makes sense to be a feeling out process.
Okay. So I guess my next question would be, do you think they should like up the amount of potions and stuff we could get through the glory store? Because like I'm looking at it right now, I think we can only get 4 of the level 1 potions and like 2 of each of the level 3 and level 2 health potions.
Yeah, it probably varies depending on what map you're running and what kind of champions you're working with. There's a lot of times I'll just play 5 stars in map 5 and 6 just because to have stuff available for war. So, I don't mind them trying to monetize other places than Battlegrounds. I'm kind of in the same boat that Brian is, where I'd like to see him leave Battlegrounds alone as much as possible. So if it has to bleed into the other modes a little bit to do that kind of thing, I guess I'm okay with it. But yeah, it does feel like it's a little bit shallow as far as what you can get from Glory.
Okay. Yeah, so you brought up Battlegrounds a little bit. Have you been playing Battlegrounds at all?
I've not during this beta. I played it the first 2 betas and had fun with it, but that was one of the places after the update that I was noticing a little bit of the parry stuff. So I've just kind of left it alone until it comes out. I like the competitive modes and stuff like that. Most of the war and AQ that I do is more for the Alliance than it is for me. I like doing those fights and things, and same thing with Battlegrounds. I'm not going to be super competitive with it. It's more to have fun and mess around with people than anything, I think. So
Okay.
I'll be pretty excited whenever they do the friends thing where you can play with people that you want to play instead of doing the random matching.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Are there any certain champions that you're like ranking up just specifically for Battlegrounds?
Not specifically. I do a lot of kind of odd rank ups anyway. The only ones that I took up for sure were Cersei and I took Panther Civil War up for both reasons. I thought he might be a pain in Battlegrounds depending on what kind of nodes they drop in the future, but I like playing him too. Mr. Sinister, I probably would not have ranked 3 if Battlegrounds wasn't a thing. I like him. I like his kit. I feel like he needs a little something, but
Oh yeah.
He's for Battlegrounds. It feels like even characters that can be countered if they produce a long fight is better than short fights. So stuff like Panther where you can't parry, or stuff like Sinister where you have to have a non-critter, or it's just a pain to do. Feel like they're good moves.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
So what nodes would you like to see in Battlegrounds that we haven't seen?
It feels like they probably ought to stay away from the power gain stuff, because it just when the first initial things with Summer Showdown came around, the power gain nodes were just so OP that it was very, very impossible to regularly get those champs down. So if you want to make it a pain, throw a destructive feedback in there or something like that. Could be really, really annoying to have to fight. It might, and possibly change the champion selection. That's, as far as nodes, that's what I would lean towards, is putting different nodes in there that kind of get people away from playing the same set of champions all the time.
Okay. How do you feel about like life cycle?
Life cycle? Yeah, that's good. Champs, your mole mans and your shruggers, kingpins, things like that, you're gonna have issues with fight and life cycle, but it's not anything that can't be overcome. That would be an interesting one to do.
Okay. Yeah, what else you got over there, Jay?
All right, let's see. I just pinned some stuff. So we got Kat says, if they added Maximus bolting into the game, what would his synergy be with Black Bolt?
Oh, that's a really great question. I haven't even thought about too much. Good golly. So he's, in the comics, he's they call him Maximus the Maker in one iteration of his comics, because he's it almost feel like they would make him a tech champion rather than a cosmic champion or something like that. I don't know for sure, but oh boy, a synergy with Black Bolt. I don't know, what would I want? As far as what I would want, it's weird because he's one of those characters that would be kind of hard to do as Kit. You'd have to. Yeah, he's a little bit like Maul in that. When they did Maul for the MCU, I think the word they used was a techno mage rather than being like vocal influence. So I'd be, when they do, because they're going to add him, they have to. I'm demanding it right now. When they do add him, I'll be interested to see what they do with his kit. And it feels like, as far as a synergy go, it would probably be a blanket Inhuman synergy, something that I don't know, maybe some kind of double edge mechanic, like everybody gets stronger, but something hampers them at the same time, like that kind of, like having him in control of things would be really powerful and really insane and not good for everybody.
Yeah, I know he's got like he's got like a little bit of mind control from what I remember.
Yeah,
so maybe like he can like override them and have them do power, but like you said, not like a double edged sword, right? Where it can have a trade off. That'd be cool.
Some kind of weird specific romance synergy with Medusa is necessary, I think.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, but no, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to see what they do with the game. That's as far as Inhuman characters go, I think the one that makes the most sense to add next would probably be Gorgon. It seems like he translates the best to the game, or Crystal and Lockjaw for sure. But
I think Crystal would join just because she was on the thing, but Gorgon would be pretty cool. He's what. So we just got a Minotaur in the game, and now we'd get a Satyr.
Yeah, well, that's true. Rentra's opened the door for the hooved characters for sure.
The Greeks are coming.
Yeah, right.
Hellcow's coming.
That's what. Yeah, no. Gabe said he wants Hellcow for sure. I keep Barb and Gabe on Twitter. We got to have Wendigo, man. It's got to happen.
Oh yeah.
If we're getting some Canadian superheroes and villains, we need Omega Flight and all those goodies too.
We do got Department H coming eventually, I think sometime next year. So that's pretty exciting.
That makes you wonder if they're going to do the Weapon X version of Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Weapon
that would
H.
be cool.
Get something like that.
That is pretty.
Isn't that a spot in the State of the Battle Realm map?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Weapon
about.
H?
Department H, which I believe I put Puck and Absorbing Man, which is my spots for those, which we'll see later this year.
Puck could be a fun character to see on screen for sure. I don't know how tiny they'll end up making him, but that'd be a really neat kit.
Yeah.
Same thing with Absorbing Man. He's one of those. You guys were talking, when you were talking with Pete, you were talking a little bit about Absorbing Man and some of the stuff that coming forward. So it feels like with the Marvels coming and all that stuff, we might get Wonder Man too, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, he was teased a lot in WandaVision.
Wonder Man. Potentially Machine Man too. He's kind of got an arc there through with Miss Marvel. Would be a really kooky, neat character to have.
Yeah, Machine Man would be pretty cool. That would also put him with like Jocasta maybe.
Yo, did anyone get the Jocasta Easter egg in Multiverse of Madness? Am I the only one?
No, I didn't see it.
So in the Illuminati, there's this giant statue, and it looks like Jocasta, like the one that may or may not have fell.
Interesting.
That looks very much like Jocasta, like OG Jocasta. And I talking to people about it, and like only my brother noticed. And I was like, I tried looking online, and no one's talking about it. But yeah, it's like the same head shape of Jocasta. And it looks like a female body.
I'll have to see that again. I had 3 kids with me when I was watching it, so it was minor chaos.
No, for sure. Yeah, I rewatched it too, and I was like, it's interesting. Like, it looks like she's holding like a lightning bolt, so I can't really tell if it's Jocasta or not. But it like just the head shape itself looked like it, and it looked like it was unfinished too. So I'm not sure what that means for that universe or whatnot, but you never know. I mean, if we're gonna get Ultron, people want Ultron begging for the MCU back. So I mean, Jocasta would be a interesting way to. For the MCU universe.
To do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Heck yeah. So we were talking about this this Twitter thread earlier. What champions do you think could possibly be dual class champions like Karnak?
All right. No.
Oh boy. Well, Captain Britain could have been the version of Captain Britain that they did could have been a dual class for sure.
Yeah, Mystic and Mutant.
Yeah. Feels.
Okay,
yeah, I know.
Let's just narrow this down to what champions would you like to see as dual class champions?
Like in the future, as like to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going forward, That's a good question. They could almost do that with Bill, kinda.
Yeah.
If they do with Beta Ray Bill, because he's
cosmic.
Yeah.
Do you guys like it? Like, I know Gabe. He's talked about it a few times where it's like the fans or us, the community, didn't like it. Right? Some people like it's cool looking, like it's like that's cool and I'd like that. But at the time, no one liked it. Like, do you guys want that to return?
It depends on how they do it, because when you're getting into stuff like rank 4 where you got multiple tier 5 catalysts, now if it's 1-1 for rank 4, that could be better. I mean, because it's a little bit more difficult to pile up the same catalyst all the time. I'm not totally against it. I don't hate it with Karnak. I guess it depends on the situation. I mean, the more I think about it, it really, really makes sense to do it with Bill, because you have the cyborg and the cosmic. So, I guess it depends on the character, and it's so rare that it feels like it wouldn't be a giant deal to do it.
Yeah. Do you think it should?
Well, I mean, like right now, it's only unique to one champion, which is Karnak.
Exactly. It's Karnak, and so, people are not jumping through hoops to play Karnak either. Really, I like him. I did that Ghost solo on Summer Pain with the pre-buff Karnak, just because I like the character. Yeah, I like the character so much, and yeah, I don't. It wouldn't bother me either way. It makes sense with some stuff.
So Kat brings up a good point. She says it's low key so good for when ranking, because instead of needing 8 skill T4 cats, I only need 4 skill and 4 cosmic, which is easier on the stash.
Yeah.
I mean, which brings up a good point. I mean, you only need 4 of each instead of 8 of one specific type.
Right.
So it splits it up.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like with the higher levels too. You only need 1 of each as opposed to having to save up for 2.
Right. Or I mean, even if they were to like change it to a way to where if you could mix and match,
that's what I was gonna
that would be nice.
Yeah, they do that a little bit now with trade-ins on the tier 4s. I mean, you got to burn 2 to get 1, but it feels like eventually down the road, that kind of stuff is going to come. Yeah, as rank up resources become more available, that'll be something that happens with the higher tier stuff too. But yeah. So, talking about that kind of stuff, you talk about like 7 stars and things. Personally, I feel like I would like to see more people with more higher rank 6 stars at higher sig, both to fight and to play with. So whatever, kind of pushes things in that direction would be good.
Yeah, we just got a Summoner Sanctum talking about what would you be interested in? Ranking your what was the word? I forgot.
Was it like it's like enhancing your 6
enhancing
stars to a higher level
without going to a 7-star, basically enhancing your 6 stars beyond what they're capable of.
And that feels like relics to me. That feels like they're kind of feeling out the relics process. And there was one particular thing they mentioned there in the Summer Sanctum that I really, really liked, and it was that regardless of what investment you made, you could transfer it to another character.
Right.
I like that idea a lot.
That would be cool. I mean, even if you're not playing with, like, say, Apocalypse all the time, and you want to run Archangel or Magneto or something,
Right.
There's maybe make ways you can. Go ahead.
No, that's it. Just maybe make them class specific, and then you could trade them with inside the class or something like that. But yeah.
Or within, like, the organization, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, or like something like that. That would be really cool.
And we know Stormbreaker's coming as a relic, right? With Karina.
Gotta be, right? Iogmato, Stormbreaker. Bands of Siderax gotta be one. Or Gemma Siderac, something like that, Unstoppable. There's tons. There's so much lore and so much stuff in Marvel that they can do that it doesn't feel, depending on what kind of frequency they add relics, they could probably go nuts and add 100 right off the bat.
Oh, wow.
So
that'd be pretty insane.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
I think they'll do a little bit. Maybe remember like when we had the Infinity Stones, right? Like that would buff our OG Avengers.
That was a really cool quest. That was and then maybe that's where the idea from relics came from, or they're playing around with it then. But that was fun, and that would something like that would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I just remember using Hulk from that event. Strictly Hulk.
Really?
Right.
Cool. I think it Captain America that really surprised everyone.
Yeah, I think I used Cap a lot.
Yeah,
Cap a lot during that.
Like, yeah.
I think I ranked forward the 5-star for that actually.
Awesome. Oh,
right.
She-Hulk just got a release date, August 17th. So
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, breaking news, everyone.
They're gonna. I can't think of what the next Star Wars thing is after Obi-Wan, but there seems like they're doing every other month. So.
I think it's Andor. Is what it is.
Okay.
Andor, and then is it The Apprentice? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm a huge Star Wars guy too.
Yeah, people are telling me all the time, "Oh, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch that," and I'm like, "Man, Disney Plus is keeping me busy right now." That's pretty much as long as they're cranking out Marvel and Star Wars stuff, that's where I'm gonna be. So
yeah, and Ahsoka too. That just started filming, so
yeah,
that's pretty awesome. But I think it's Andor and then Ahsoka and then The Apprentice is what it is, and then Mandalorian.
We got
so much cool stuff.
Armor Wars and Secret Invasion coming.
Sometime
which Armor
year,
Wars? Yeah, I'm really excited for that. I like Rhodey as a character a lot too. That was another buff that was amazing. Was War Machine's buff. I play him all the time.
Heck yeah. And I think it's okay to say this. White Vision did not appear in Multiverse of Madness, so to me, I feel like that's going Armored Wars in a situation. I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Because I really can't think of what property he's gonna go into post Multiverse of Madness. Doesn't really seem like his story is aligning with the future of the Multiverse of Madness, but who knows?
Feige's kind of said that the Avengers are. He didn't say it was. I think he said the last Avengers movie or something.
Yeah, like a huge break.
Right, which it feels like they're pushing towards A-Force or some version of the Ultimates to be the next big team movie, which would be cool.
Marvel. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
West Coast Avengers, maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
West Coast Avengers would be that'd be fun having Jeremy Renner. You could sort of running things with a team would be interesting.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner and Kate Bishop.
Right, and a bunch of other crazy kids just pulling his hair out the whole time. It'd be fantastic.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would be good.
What else we got on the MCU? I guess we can talk about. Secret Invasion comes out next year. They've been filming that. I don't know if it ended filming, but that should be done soon. Guardians 3 just finished filming.
That's gonna be interesting.
Let me just say something. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
This guy, they did it. They fucking did it. I'm gonna tell you right now. They did the fan cast that everybody wanted.
Yeah, I was very pleased with everything that they did.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know if they'll stay with that or if they'll go. It feels like they have to now. The cat's out of the bag.
They have to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
As far as the rest of the cast, I know they threw. So Emily Blunt was originally looked at for Captain Marvel, and there was talk of her being Invisible Woman after that. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with the rest of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And I personally hope that they leave Doom out of the equation for a while. I hope that they make him a big bad in the long run, and it pays off in a Thanos kind of way, and they do like Mole Man and that kind of stuff to begin with.
Yeah, I mean they can do it with the college years, right? Because they have to, right? Show him off with the origin.
Right, introduce him in that way, get the grudge going, and then just let him sit for a while. Maybe even bring in Kristoff or something for Latveria if they need a filler for the.
Oh goodness, I'm not a Kristoff fan.
I'm not either.
He looks so dumb. Oh my goodness. But we do need that character, right? We do need if they're gonna go like. Basically, what Multiverse of Madness is setting up something very since we're not. It's kind of replacing the Avengers. It seems like in that big grand event that's happening instead of an Avengers movie, we're getting set events.
Right.
So.
And it's Kang's. Kang's got a historic fight with the Fantastic Four too. So that feels like that might be the way we're going.
Yeah, Loki season 2 is filming in a few months, I think. So, yeah, that's exciting. The first series to get a season 2, getting Kang in that, and then Quantumania. So I wonder what we're gonna get, how fast we're gonna get Kang. It's super interesting.
Yep, it's very exciting. I like it. Kang's one of those characters that was, a big bad guy in the comics early on, and then recently he's had his own story and a few other things that have kind of fleshed him out a little more, and it's a really compelling bad guy.
I'm Jonathan, man.
I'm kind of
so cool.
I'm kind of curious as to since Kang is going to be in Quantumania, are they going to introduce him as like Ramatut, or are they going to introduce him as something else this time?
So if they do Ramatut, that makes sense. They've already teased Ravonna. She was in Loki. So
yeah, that's right.
That Ramatut was like Moon Knight was supposed to have a few MCOC crossovers or references at least, and Ramatut was supposed to be one of them that they cut out.
Really?
Yeah. They also said Black Knight was supposed to appear in the show, and they didn't have time to film his suit-up scene.
Yeah, it feels like coronavirus kind of screwed a whole bunch of stuff up for a whole bunch of stuff. Unfortunately.
Okay. So I need to watch the Moon Knight. Well, we won't spoil anything. But it's
awesome.
Yeah, you'll love it.
That's all you need to know.
It's really good.
Yeah. It's the whole the way that they did Moon Knight, I liked it a lot. They did the Declan Shelby comics more or less. And it was fun. And in the second season it's going to be even more fun, I think.
They announced the season 2?
They said they were going to do it, but I don't think they've said anything about it.
Yeah, I know the producers and everything. They're like, it's such a shame to not do a season 2, right? So
yeah. Yeah, you got to get that closure on Jake Lockley.
Spoilers, bro. Come on, man. Bro.
Yeah, that's well, they'll get there. It'll get there.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Sorry, Kat.
Yeah, Kat like stays away from all spoilers. She doesn't watch anything. Like she takes.
It's not too spoiled. It's a synonymous name. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I guess we'll stop on the Moon Knight. I love the show. I'm a huge Legion fan, so going into the mental like space of someone who's dealing with multiple personality disorder is so interesting to me, and the show really nailed it.
Oscar Isaac's amazing.
Yeah, like
it was really, really, really good.
Yeah, the acting was incredible. Needs to win some awards for his acting.
For sure. If there's not an Emmy on that, something's wrong.
Couldn't have said it better, Mike.
Yeah, it's without spoiling anything from Moon Knight, it feels like there's going to be some Love and Thunder tie-ins in that universe as well. So be interesting to see where all that goes.
I wonder if there will be. I'm really curious on that.
Well, Gore needs fodder.
Yeah. So. I just don't. I don't remember the Egyptian one is what I don't remember him doing that.
I don't think they will, but that's a lot of the gods that they killed in the Aaron run are so.
Yeah, because I think they did with like Mikabashi, when they did Amatsu Mikabashi, they did the whole thing, and then when Gore came around, it was kind of what was left over.
Right, and they spent a lot of time early in Thor's life too. I don't know if they'll do that with Love and Thunder, if they'll have a flashback to the two young ones or not. It feels like they will, but
we need him finding the dragon, Null's dragon.
Yeah.
Grendel.
Yeah. That's. It's interesting, man, because there's so much. I mean, it feels like, with Multiverse of Madness, maybe they're pushing towards Fear itself.
Okay.
And then you have Gore online, so there's that whole story. There's just, like you said, the door is wide open now for them basically to do whatever they want to do, and it's good that it does that because it keeps all us nerds guessing about it, and makes it hard to nail down.
Okay. Kat had a pretty good question. Do you have a favorite Black Bolt or Inhumans artist / colorist?
I can't. I'm trying to think of who the artist is that did the Black Bolt solo that's centered around the Quiet Room, or one that didn't center around the Quiet Room. That was Charles Soule in Uncanny Inhumans. Both those, the Uncanny Inhumans run was good. Of course, Jay Lee and that original 90s Inhuman comic is really good. But the art specifically from the Black Bolt solo series was kind of a pastel or watercolor kind of look to it. It gave me Barry Windsor Smith vibes, and Barry's Weapon X is one of my favorite comics of all time. So I like that. I should know who that artist is. I need to figure it out. But the Black Bolt solo series.
Okay, very nice. Jay, you got another one?
Let's see here. So Jim, before he just left, but he said, "I need to see some photos of you as Fat Thor. I'll get some cosplay."
That's I'm actually doing Old Man Thor. We're gonna do King Thor for this time. So if I can come up with a destroyer arm, we'll be in good shape. But yeah, there's a couple on my Twitter. I wish I got more pictures of that. When I did that cosplay, it was middle of summer. It was like July, and it was about 800,000 degrees. So I'm in full leather Infinity War Thor costume, or in-game Thor costume, at about 900 Celsius, and it was not great for pictures. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing those. I like doing that. I want to take my son to Con. We a couple of small ones around. It's fun, man. It's fun. So Christian Ward was slow on that Bolt series.
Okay.
But I've got 2 or 3 big cosplays that I really want to do. I'm doing a War Machine that I'm going to 3D print and use Nerf guns for. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sick.
Nice.
I got some stilts and some stuff to do, like a 7.5 foot tall Groot costume. That's gonna be pretty sweet.
Whoa.
But yeah, I gotta get a little bit of the Love and Thunder workout montage in before I can do a Black Bolt or some of the Captain of Infinity War. Lose a little sogginess around the midsection, but I just, as long as I'm up and able to do it, there's a bunch of them I want to do.
Nice. All right. You got anything else over there, Jay?
Let's see here. So, do you want to talk about Summer Pain real quick?
Oh yeah, Eternity of Pain.
Oh yeah, that's
It's painful so far. I'll say that.
Is it? I'm not a Thronebreaker yet, so I haven't been able to get into it.
There's a lot of profanity has been spent on this crossbow so far. So
okay.
I'm gonna end up doing it with King Groot. It's just finding the time to sit down to do it. That's I don't crank out a whole lot of content. A lot of that's to do with just being a dad takes up so much time. Just devoting as much time to the kids as I can. So to finding the time to sit down and concentrate for as long as it takes to sit down and concentrate and solo some of those fights is challenging. But I'll probably do it for the milestones or the Eternity of Pain chips or whatever you call them. I'll do that with King Groot probably, and then I want to do a Man Thing solo, even though I'm not Paragon, just because I have a rank 4 Man Thing and I feel like it needs to be done.
Okay, very nice. So, who are some fights that you do expect to see?
Oh gosh, it's got to be some terrible ones. There's going to be. I'm trying to think what their go-tos are. So if it's Crossbones, 6.1 Crossbones essentially is what we got right now, plus a couple nodes. So it feels like there's a champion coming. There's probably a Sinister coming.
Well, I think we know who they are based on the in-game image. I think it's these characters.
Did they already put it in? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the order is, but I'm pretty sure it's these characters.
Blade's going to be interesting. See what they do with that. Icarus. So Mystic Ward on Icarus becomes a problem. The power gain mechanic in there, Torch probably is going to wreck that fight unless they do some node that keeps him from doing it. I like Icarus a lot. I took him to rank 3 immediately with Cersei, and both those two champions are slept on quite a bit, it feels like. As far as fighting him, it feels like Mystic Ward will be a staple for that fight. Beyond that, I don't know what they'll do exactly. Maybe energy resistance or something to keep Torch from burning it down.
Yeah. Okay. So what else is there? The side quests. Have you done anything with these side quests yet?
I haven't this month. I just did an initial clear of Cav Quest last month. I need to, from what I understand, the only time you can fight the Dormammu is on Tuesdays. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So Tuesday I'm going to be pretty busy.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Right.
Use your boost.
Yeah, well, for sure. That's
or if you need to. I've seen a couple people do it without boost.
You can. It's just that. I saw Rich's video. It was like, did anyone use boost? Because I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, is the Dormammu fight longer, or is it still just 3 fights?
I think it's 5.
I did one run.
I think there's 1 fight from each quest.
Okay.
Like there's a Spider-Man, a Black Widow, a Captain America, a Hulk, and an Iron Man.
Okay. I did the initial one. I did the Spider-Man one, and I haven't touched it since. I've just been banking the entries, which is usually how I do everything if it's possible to do that. I'm the world's worst procrastinator. It seems like the last 2 days of the month, I'm always rushing to do everything. So with the Dormammu fight only being on Tuesdays, I'll probably just do it every Tuesday and knock it all out as much as possible. It's fun, though. When they do a side quest and they keep it short and concise to where it's not, like a major grind or a huge slog to get it done, that seems like they'll be the ones that I like the best anyway.
Is there like a side quest or a piece of content that you would like to bring back?
Well, you guys mentioned earlier when they did the Infinity Stones thing with the Avengers was a really cool one. I'm trying to think. Anytime they do the store-based ones, those are usually pretty good rewards, and not terrible to do. I don't have any particular favorite one. I know the ones that I don't particularly want to see come back are like the Mole Man side quest and the one with Sasquatch where you had to fight him 800,000 times. Uh, which was, it was fun the first time, but then you're playing through the map again and you're getting ambushed by these unconquerable mole men and Sasquatches. By the time those were done, I'm like, I don't ever want to fight another Sasquatch or mole man ever again.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah, I
that.
definitely agree. You'd pop up on a Sasquatch and just quit out.
Right. Well, you just had to have, because we didn't have Spider-Man then. We had Torch was basically the best answer, right?
Mhm. That's what I used.
Yeah.
You could get, so I'm a huge Captain America Infinity War guy. That team that I built with Falcon, Call Maul, Cap IW, and War Machine is more to use Falcon and Cap IW than anything else. And putting a tech and a cosmic on the team gives Cap the armor break and the petrify on every parry, whether the parry sticks or not. So like if you're fighting a stun immune, you can reparry 5 times and have 5 charges and have, depending on RNG, a bunch of petrify and armor break built up. So I like to do that on a lot of stuff too.
Very nice. Yeah. Captain America is just a beast, especially if you have the synergy team.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites to play. Him and same thing with Falcon. Falcon just counters so much annoying kit and nodes that if you can dance around for the short cooldown that he's got on locked on, you can clear just about everything with him.
Heck yeah. You got anything else over there, Jay?
We got the Act 8 beta, right? That's happening.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do the last 2 betas. I did the initial 7 beta, and kind of took a lull in story content for a while, so I didn't do the other betas. I didn't feel like there was any point if I hadn't got to that point yet.
Okay.
I'll probably do the same with Act 8, just because I'm trying to clear through 7 right now. I'd rather concentrate on doing those.
That makes sense.
But it's going to be interesting to see what they do now. What the big change is, because somewhere between Act 6 and Act 7 feels like would be good. There's 6 when it initially came out was easily the hardest content, probably still to date in game. Before they nerfed it, so somewhere between that and somewhere between Act 7, which is challenging, but it's not, like chuck the phone across the room challenging. Somewhere in between those 2 levels of difficulty would be cool. I mean, make it harder and make it because there's nothing right now that's geared around rank 4s or even really rank 3s. I'm still using a 5-star Captain America in Act 7, so it'd be cool to see. I guess bigger health pools is the way to go, but we'll see what they do.
So do you think the Abyss and Labyrinth are more geared toward rank 6 or rank 3 6-stars now?
In a way it is. Abyss, Labyrinth you can do, you could do with rank 5s back in the day without a whole lot of trouble and without having to revive a ton. Same thing with Abyss. You could solo Abyss fights with rank 3s. So the health pools and the attack values aren't terrible. It's just once you run out of charges, you run out of charges. So it doesn't, it feels like they could make it more difficult without pushing attack values so far through the roof that if you make a mistake one time that you're done. And I think probably that's going forward with all content.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like there's a way they could keep the health pools high without getting hit one time and being dead, or being stuck in a combo one time and then just dying.
Right, and that's that's the gripe with this Eternity of Pain, and it's not really a gripe because it's supposed to be hard. But I'm not the world's greatest player. I can solo stuff, but I'm not. I don't have the time to devote to being super super good at it. And that particular Crossbones fight, if you mess up at all, you're wrecked. And that's fine for something like this, but it feels like when you're in story content, to have just a tiny bit of forgiveness. It doesn't have to be. You can go into the story content and just screw around with it and not have to worry. But there needs to be danger without being game over 3/4 of the way through the quest.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like right now, I'm going against the 636. What is it? The Captain America Infinity War with destructive feedback. You get hit one time and you're dead.
Yeah, that destructive feedback that's a rough node. It's I like to play really aggressively. I played when I started playing the game was shortly before Captain Marvel came out, and I played her a lot. So her and Rogue are both kind of full attack, full blown, full throttle, go go go, super aggressive gameplay, which I like that more than anything. But something like destructive feedback, you kind of just got to sit back and chill for a while, and sometimes it's hard to wrap my brain around that.
Yeah, I agree. Jake, anything else?
Is Summer Appreciation coming back? I saw Rich made a video on that.
I don't think they've.
I don't think
I don't think they've said anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something to look at.
Rich kind of feels it out. I hope they do. I mean, that's a neat little calendar that the only requirement is that you log in every day, which is, it doesn't cost you anything. It's just
I spend for extra. I think it was like $30, right?
Yeah. Did you guys do the Summoner Resort thing?
Yeah, I paid for that last year.
Yeah, I did too.
Same.
Okay.
It feels like so monetizing the game for the free-to-play players is a big thing, but where they can do that without hurting those players so much, and it feels like those kind of things are the way to do it, because crystals are where people spend the bulk of the money on this game. I would say rank up resources come in little pools, and you get a very little for a whole lot of money. Of course, the top end whales are always going to buy all that stuff, but when you do those little $10 chunks, even people that don't spend a whole lot on the game or just buy the sigil, it doesn't hurt as much, and then you get a lot more of the community that are willing to buy into that, it feels like.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, I guess we can ask everyone if anyone wants some questions. Do a speed run.
Anybody in the chat want to ask anything?
So I'll read my chat real quick. Got up. Sorry, Thomas. He says waiting for an Age of Venom buff. Dude, Age of Venom. What is Scorpion synergy? That's insane.
Oh, dude, that Age of Venom is so nuts now. That Scorpion synergy is. You get characters like Agent Venom that you want to like and you want to play, and then they do something like that, and it's like, oh, he's madness now. That's crazy.
Let me tell you something. That Scorpion synergy with Stealth Suit Spider-Man, though, you can power lock all day long.
Really?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, watch KT1's video. I'm telling you, he showcases that there's a whenever you dash back or something, it pauses the debuff as well, so that whenever you're using the innervate, it doesn't just stop after like 3 seconds, and it gives you more time to refresh it.
Is it Spider-Man 2099 that puts the rupture on block now too?
Yes,
that's also quite insane. You can Spider-Man 2099, you launch it and get a wither on them, and then you hit into their block, and nobody's gaining power, and you're killing them without any hits at all. I mean, so the Scorpion synergy kit is a neat idea to do buffs without doing buffs if they continue to do that for other champions.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty sweet.
Oh,
What are
Collins.
y'all thoughts on new 5-star featured and the 6-star crystals?
I don't actually know the upcoming pool.
I don't either. So I buy the 5-star feature just because I get max sig crystals, and and more 6-star shards, and just to put sigs on those newer champions. Yeah, but the 6-star crystal, it's got to have Captain America Infinity War in it. That's all.
Okay.
That's we got. I need him as a 6-star command. I don't care what it takes. We got to get it done.
Yeah, totally. He was my first rank 5 4-star, and I used him everywhere, all throughout Act 4 and 5. So, yeah, he's definitely a staple in my roster.
I use him in war a lot too. A lot of times I run Falcon, Cole, and Cap IW or some variation of that team in war.
Nice.
Okay. So 5-star Omega Sentinel and Black Cat, and then for the 6-star Omega Sentinel, Black Cat, Scorpion, Riventra, and Wong. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Let's see. They'll probably do the first champion from next month too in the 6-star, right? And that's usually how it works.
Yeah, I think they add 5 champions, 5 new champions.
I think that's usually what it does. They usually do the first one of the month before and not the second one. Like
Right.
Omega Sentinel wasn't in this one, but should be the first one in the next one.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be excited to get my hands on a Black Cat or a Omega Sentinel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Black Cat looks like a lot of fun. It's just another bleed machine, which is it's everybody's like, oh, you have to be able to bleed to do anything. Well, that's fine though, because those are fun champions to play, and there's a whole lot of instances where you can do bleed on stuff. So I don't mind them doing that with champion kits too.
No, I mean, I didn't expect her to not have bleed. I think that's such a thing with her claws.
Right, it has to.
All right, I'm gonna catch
It's
on
a
my
given.
Yeah. Why we not Starkiller? Oh, from Star Wars. Starkiller is like my favorite character in Star Wars. I would die to see him come to the Star Wars universe. Do you think they'll add Kython to the contest champions after Multiverse of Madness? We got a little teaser Kython. Him creating the Darkhold from the just like the comics.
He was mentioned.
For the contest though, as weirdly as we have Dormammu in the game, we don't have any other Chaos Lord. So I don't know.
Well, I know Gabe said that they wanted Shuma in the original version of the game, but there was a licensing issue.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was trying to think of who out there would be holding on to Shuma Groth, and the only brand out there that had him was Capcom. So I'm assuming they still have the rights to it. But he's one of my biggest wants also.
That's why Shimagoroth was not in Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
Or at least
which got Gargantos. But,
yeah.
Right.
Come on. You're telling me some random name or villain is and looks just like Shimagoroth. Get out of here.
Right.
I still want Legion. Of course, I want Legion too.
Oh yeah.
Legion of X is coming out, and oh my goodness, I can't wait. Ruth
Legion
just came back.
Legion could be a really cool character to mess with too, because you could do all kind of crazy visual things with him if you wanted to.
Exactly. Like you really could like erase the entire game if you really wanted to. At the end of it. That's just how crazy he is, and I think as a character he should be like a Swiss Army knife.
Right, and it feels like they've not done anything so far where they've created a champion that could strip the kit off whoever you're fighting, and it feels like Legion's a perfect chance to do something like that.
Yeah, like think all the reality warping Wanda does in Multiverse of Madness, and then add that to the contest champions with Legion's
exactly,
kit. And that's just how bonkers he could be.
And it just synergies out the wazoo too. There's synergies.
Yeah, New Mutants.
Yeah.
Krakoa Age right now. Age. Hold on. Why am I blanking on it? Age of Apocalypse that we never got to the contest. Gabe said that was going to happen one day. He said when we get an Age of Apocalypse event, and we've yet to do it. Right.
That would be really cool.
He would be a perfect one. He created the Age of Apocalypse, but he wasn't actually in it. But I think that'd be really awesome.
Sabretooth from Age would be pretty cool. Holocaust from Age would be pretty cool.
Dude, Holocaust, yes. That's the one I want to come to the game too.
Abyss too would be another one that would be amazing as a bad guy. Yeah, the Age of Apocalypse thing. I don't know. We got into it with him a little bit. I don't know if it was on Twitter or if it was during a stream or we talking to one of the devs or whatever. But they don't use skins in the game at all. Every character is a direct character build, so that kind of negates out doing a skin type thing. We said the same thing about Marvel Zombies. It would be neat if they did like a October event where everybody had a zombie skin or some kind of effect aura or something.
I was thinking about too, like with this Eternity of Pain, like how cool would it actually be? Like, because in that image that I sent earlier, they're all almost black and white versions. Like Dormammu's a black and white. Like, how cool would it be to fight a like noir version of characters? Like we have the nameless characters. Like,
right.
I think it would be so cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty neat.
But yeah, hopefully we get. I know skins like we talked about in the beginning of the contest, and that's kind of those like those different models ended up being like Ultron, right? MCU Ultron's what we got in the game, but it was Labtron. It was like the original character model, and that actually became a whole nother character later on as a trophy champ. So there are plenty of trophy champs, like Defender Strange. How cool to be Defender Strange is like the new sigil champion based on the MCU as well.
Yeah, it feels like that, or maybe that's how we get Clea or something like that. I don't, because they said Sigil Witch wasn't going to be Sigil exclusive forever, so it does feel like they'll eventually move to another character there.
It'll be a year next month, so I think Sigil Witch will become to the free-to-play players and get replaced.
I like that a lot too. As cool as it is to have her for doing the sigil or whatever, I really would like to see her, especially Brian, doing new account challenges. It would be really cool to see him take Sigil Witch early on in the game. I actually started an additional account a while back and used Sigil Witch to burn all the way up through Cavalier as a 4-star. So
nice.
She's crazy, and it's gonna be fun when everybody can get their hands on her.
Nice.
Don't worry, I wait till your racing champ will not come for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, Thal did say that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's, them saying that there's hope though. It's coming eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know how soon it'll be, but and maybe it's his waiting for a specific character to fill that void before they do it.
Right on.
What
champion or what new champions would you like to see as a sigil champion?
I know my answer.
Well, go ahead. I gotta think.
Yeah, like I guess I was saying, like these characters that we have, those characters that never came to the game, like Jessica Jones. I mean, I think Jessica Jones is the obvious answer to me.
Right.
Or Jean Grey. Jean's another one, but I feel like she should become a actual, not be paywalled or whatever you want to say. What would be hilarious though is Units Man. I just think they should go out for the meme and do it. Give us
totally.
I think it'd be so. I think it'd be perfect. Units Man as a paywalled character, and then eventually he won't be paywalled. But I think that'd be funny and just it would be so interesting.
Well, Marvel's also got a history of putting Stan Lee and stuff too, and
yeah,
I don't know
they talked about it. They talked about it. Gabe said they talked about adding Stan Lee to the game.
I don't know what his estate would be like, or how all that would go down, but that would be really cool to have a super OP version of him in the game.
Yeah, the true believer.
Yeah, in the Lego games,
For
he's
sure.
like the most powerful character. It's so cool.
Yeah, Lego Marvel. I play with my son end to end several times now, and he's always playing with Stan.
No, I don't blame him. It's so cool. Yeah, it was on the UMCOC podcast that he said that there was talk with Marvel to Adam, but that it never happened, and I don't see it happening. But it would be cool.
I don't think so either. So he's, his kit's already in Lego, so they'll probably do that if they do more of those Lego games. But it gets weird with dealing with the estate and their wishes and that kind of thing as far as bringing a character like that in. But it would be cool to see.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of argument with his estate and everything like that at the end of his life, which sucks.
Yeah.
Another one would be maybe the Watcher. Like, I think would be interesting just because he's so the Watcher, the Traitor. Like, we have these two characters that are so important in Marvel Realm of Champions, and now are coming back to the contest. So those are two characters to look at since we already have the Champion as an Elder.
Right, and it feels like somewhere along the lines, the Beyonder's got to be talked about in some capacity. Whether not necessarily as a playable character, but eventual villain, I'm sure.
For contest or for the MCU?
Yeah, for contest. It feels like the time has passed for the MCU. I mean, they might eventually still, but.
How about Infinity Ultron as a sigil? Yeah, he was really. I remember when it came out, people were really excited to see him come to the game, or just talking about coming to the game. It would be our third Ultron.
How would you guys feel about Anathi coming to the sigil?
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
That'd be cool.
Her with her burnt Infinity Claw on her arm is so cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
I also didn't mention his Weapon X is no longer that Legends, right? That Trophy Champ. He's a gifting character, so he needs a replacement as well. If that's what they're gonna continue to do stuff like that, which is interesting.
It feels like they'll bring the Legends run back eventually.
Yeah.
They're just as much heat as they take about doing stuff. We have a game here that's really fun to play almost exclusively. I mean, there's irritating things about it, and you can say what you want about spending and those kinds of things too. But overall, for the amount of characters that's in the game and the almost never-ending flow of content that we have coming in, you get rehashed stuff here and there and things that feel like they're copy and pasted, but they do an exceptional job of bringing in new stuff and making it feel good to play, despite the flaws that it has. So.
Oh yeah.
For sure, I agree with that. Like, there's definitely like some of the riffs you can tell, like they've gone back to, but they definitely always try to like spice it up a little bit with like some new, I don't know, reward or node.
Right,
it
and
seems like
you can put one node on something and make it new too. It's not fun if it feels like it's the exact same map that you just played or something like that. But there's a lot that goes into making it feel fresh all the time. So it feels like overall they do pretty good at doing it. And
oh yeah,
there's an endless supply of characters to come in too. So like I keep going back to the Storm buff, but like the way that they buff Storm, she's like other characters. She's kind of like Gambit, but she's not like Gambit. She gains prowess so fast that it's feels like a completely different character that you're playing now. And
hell yeah, lives up to the name.
Yeah.
Someone said,
finally.
Yeah. Clutch Turkey says sigil character J. Jonah Jameson.
There you go. Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, he was mentioning the event quest again last month. There's also an MROC too, which is pretty funny. Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff.
I wish I'd have played MROC more before it was gone. I played it a little bit when it first came out, and it was just I didn't have time to do the grinding between the two games. So the art and the character design from MROC is really incredible. And I know they've talked about bringing the samurai version of Logan and some of the Barons in from MROC. That'd be pretty cool too.
Oh yeah.
Our Deadpool, bring him on.
Yeah. We're thinking about like new things coming to the game. But who do you think? I think if Wiccan and Hulkling come to the game next month, those are kind of like my picks. Do you think they could bring anything new? I mean, Hulkling, a little bit of shape shifting, right? With his his half scroll uh, genetics. Yeah, genetics is the word I was using for. Since he's a hybrid half breed, so that's interesting. And Wiccan with crazy reality warping magic once again, right? So it's so
Right.
cool. I think
That's
would be really fresh to play if they do come
yeah.
in.
It'd be interesting to see what they do with Wiccan. I know they said they weren't going to do Franklin or it's Frank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they said
Franklin
Franklin.
Richards
Yeah,
because of the
age.
just
Age and
basically like
overpowered.
start.
He's a
you,
kid. Yeah.
you start the fight. How did Gabe say it? It's either you destroy the other character immediately, or you're watching a kid get kicked in the face. So
Yeah.
that's why they didn't do him. But no, reality warping, and then Wiccan could be the scroll that we deserve instead of the scroll that we got. So
Ooh.
Nice.
I love Super Scroll. I want him awakened as a 6-star. I don't care how ridiculous it is. He's one of my. I don't care. I'm going to waste the resources champs. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the synergy will make him better.
if you think about him for what he is, you could plug him into any Fantastic Four synergy to fill the team if you need a cosmic just to get through a cosmic fight. So he's got some use, at least.
What if they introduce super? How do you say superiority? Is that how you say it?
Superiority.
Superiority. I'm thinking
That'd be
sobriety. With Hulkling's kit.
It'd be cool. So bringing Wiccan and Hulkling in, you got potential synergies with both like Miles and Kamala, right? Who those are the only two champions characters we have in the game right now, isn't it?
Oh, cut out.
I don't know. What?
I think it cut out.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
That's with Wiccan and Hulkling. The only other two Marvel are the champions characters that we have in the game right now is Kamala and Miles, right? So there's synergy potential there, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Like a Young Avengers type.
Yeah. Yeah, and it seemed like in the State of the Battle Ramp they were building the new Avengers too. So maybe like they mix the Young Avengers with the MCU stuff too.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they're going to do that with everything now.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Right. Minus the Moon Knight buff that we should have got.
Yeah. I know.
You know what I will be so excited for? I'll be excited to see like Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel if that ever happens. That would be so cool.
Yeah,
I forgot about Squirrel Girl.
You know what's crazy? Squirrel Girl, I don't know if you know this, but she was actually supposed to be in a new Warriors show that got canceled.
Really?
They filmed like a pilot and everything. The actor for Squirrel Girl is the one who plays she's the same. I forgot her name. I'm sorry. But she's the actor in the AT&T commercials. She's the.
Okay.
But
that makes sense.
She's actually they're doing a podcast for Squirrel Girl, and I think she's voicing Squirrel Girl in that podcast. So she's like continuing her character a bit, which is really interesting.
That'd be pretty cool. I know the Wolverine podcast that they did was actually pretty good.
Nice.
Squirrel Girl's fun, man.
One too. That's a Wastelanders.
Wastelanders, yeah.
Yeah, they did a Hawkeye, a Black Widow, and then they
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool.
Still need to check it out. Werewolf by Night in October and Scorpion level synergies for Moon Knight, maybe. Werewolf. For contest, we're actually having a Spider-Man event that month. So no Werewolf by Night for contest.
Who could we get as a Spider-Man character that we don't have? It's villains, right? It's got to be Sandman and.
Well, I think we're getting one hero and one villain, and it's supposed to be like Spider-Verse event. So I really think if we're gonna get Moreland and a Spider, maybe Mystic Spider-Man is what I'm thinking. But just my opinion.
That makes sense. I mean, they did stealthy, so you don't need another skill, which is what Noir would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a Mystic Spider-Man, a Mystic and some mutant version of Spider-Man would be
Spider-Man in each class, and we need to finish the meme.
Man Spider or something.
Yeah, Spiders Man.
There you go.
Yeah, we get some.
Funny.
Yeah, we can get some female Spider-Man too. There's a lot of female characters. I know we skipped over people's messages earlier, but there's a lot of female characters we don't have in the game, and it's ridiculous because we need like years of only female characters to have it 50% even.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks.
Spider Woman.
Web.
I mean, Madam Web, Silk.
Yeah, Silk. You know, since we're I guess the Spider-ish related, Scream is someone I really think is coming for the symbiote event that's going to happen sometime next year.
It feels like Scream is the one to add, right? You don't add Toxin or Ravage or any of those. You just
we have no female symbiotes.
Yeah.
Besides
Right.
Spider-Gwen, if you count that. All right. If you want to be you know,
Right.
technical. But yeah, there's a lot of female characters I'd be excited for. I really hope Lady Deathstrike. You talked about the Shogun Wolverine, like Shogun Logan coming, and Lady Deathstrike, with like I think Madripoor is coming to the contest. You know, Madripoor, right?
That would be super cool. Lady Deathstrike would be cool. Spiral is another character that
Mojoverse.
Capcom owned back in the day. That probably is the reason we haven't got her yet. But
surprisingly, Gabe said that they worked on building her a model, but they had rigging problems, and that's why Mojo came. I guess they were both supposed to come out the same month, and that's why Longshot came instead of Spirals because they couldn't figure out how to do her rigging. But yeah, that was from before Mojo came out. They talked about Spiral couldn't come to the game, and I think Mike on Twitter gave an update saying that they will do her eventually. So.
That'd be cool. That's
too many arms, man.
Female characters, man. There's so freaking many you could do. I mentioned Isabel Kane earlier. It was a favorite one that I'd like to see. Deathbird would be awesome.
Oh yeah. Some Shi'ar.
Yep.
Madam
you could bring Madam Hydra. The
Mockingbird.
Scientist Supreme, Abigail Brand.
Yeah, I was just about to say her. Literally by the next. You know what I really think though? Valkyrie for Love and Thunder. Valkyrie and Gore.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we don't have some version that got Valkyrie or Sif in yet.
Yeah, they said Valkyrie was coming to the game years ago, and she never came. Come on.
How do you guys feel about Lady Bullseye?
Yeah, and Cat said Daredevil Electra would be awesome too.
Gwenum, please.
Gwenum, that would be nuts.
So
Spider Woman though, there's Captain Marvel synergy waiting to happen for Spider Woman. We need to do that for sure.
Which Spider Woman?
Yeah. What, Jessica Drew, right?
Yeah, Jessica Drew.
Okay. There's so many. All right.
Right.
But yeah, classic Jessica. I'm trying to think of the other. There's Titania. I think is also another female character coming this year. And there was one more. We know Agatha's
Titania makes
coming.
sense.
Oh, Viv Vision. That was another one. And
Viv Vision would be cool. It'd be neat to have
Viv Vision Ultron from
Ooh. Oh boy.
Ironheart I think is also another one coming.
It feels like Armor Wars is gonna have Riri Williams in it.
I mean, she's already gonna be in Wakanda Forever, so.
Yeah. God, going down that road. Who else? Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is another one that I would love.
She was also on Marvel Champions. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would do that kit exactly, but I'd love to see it.
It was
Morgan Le Fay. It would be like Penny Parker.
Yeah, I know Morgan Le Fay. Remember they said I think it was Kabam Mike who said that they were gonna do with a dragon with her kid if she had won the game, if she had won the first. So
that would be
probably we're looking
bonkers.
At doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be really
probably
cool.
Looking at like Lockheed or something like that whenever they were doing that. You know?
Yeah. Yep, that could be.
Ooh, we got a lot of stuff coming on. Crystal from Inhumans. Yeah, we talked about Crystal a few times over the show, dude.
Yep.
I wanted her. I honestly, the first vote, I think would have been. She was in the second vote, but if she was one, I'd be okay with her. Like honestly, anyone, but like if it wasn't so top heavy with the most wanted characters of all time, I think Crystal would have been fine with winning. I think that would have been awesome. I was more Kushala, but Crystal would have been awesome.
Kushala would be awesome too. This last round they did was just like any character in that whole list would have been great to have in the game.
Yeah.
So
But it was a little unbalanced.
Yeah.
Well, it it feels like they have builds that they're working on that they want to decide who gets fleshed out. So they put in a pool of champions, and then there's a couple that they're leaning towards that they think that people are going to pull in. So it makes it a little more manageable as far as building kit for them, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know Quicksilver was gay. I think Hulk, like it wasn't Hulkbuster was the first choice Marvel had. It was Quicksilver. And I think that's what Gabe said. He was like, that was one character I wanted to come to the game that never happened. So they've been looking at Quicksilver for a while. So hopefully it lives up to the hype, man. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine it won't. I mean, Hercules was so ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, don't look at it like that. You know, the kit's gonna be what it is. Lady Hellbender from the Guardians game. That's a female champ I would love to see. She was a monster in that game.
Yeah.
I was very intimidated. She was so tall, and Drax's like story with her, it was hilarious. Madeline Pryor.
Yeah, Madeline Pryor. Open Rachel Summers.
Summers. We have another Phoenix in the game files. I think it's called ISO Phoenix. Then we also have regular Jean Grey as well, and Jessica Jones. Like I said, they need to come.
Yeah, 90s X-Men Jean Grey needs to be in there for sure.
Melissa, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Marvel Girl. We have Marvel Girl from the dialogue. We don't have.
Okay, well that's fine too. Just an original version of Jean Grey.
Yeah, no Phoenix.
Echo.
Yes, Echo. Yeah, with her show coming out, or the Phoenix version would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Stupid Discord. What the heck?
I've been momentarily disconnecting the entire time. I keep holding my breath, hoping that it doesn't dive on me.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I put on party mode, so I wasn't sure how this thing was gonna go on, but I muted everything, or it just be party sounds happening all the time. Dazzler, yeah, Dazzler from the first vote was disappointing loss. Would have loved to see some cool stuff with her.
Yeah, Dazzler could be cool.
Danny Moonstone as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that would have been an awesome character to have.
Another synergy for Mirage.
Yeah, when Danny Moonstone was in the vote, I was like, that Demon Bear Special 3 has got to happen. It's gotta. Yeah. They have to do it. It's eventually.
Most definitely. All right, Jay, you got anything else?
No, that was it. I wanted to finish off just looking at the future of the contest, and that's pretty much what we did.
Yeah, heck yeah. Max, do you have anything you want to plug or share with us?
Nothing to really plug right now. Just keep your eyes peeled on the channel. There will be streams coming, hopefully sooner than later. So we'll actually be able to join the streaming community here before long.
Heck yeah!
But
can't wait to raid you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys having me on. It's been a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate you coming by and talking to us for a couple hours and yeah, hanging out.
Yep, thank you guys.
Yeah, dude. All right, everybody in chat. Thanks for joining us live. Thanks, Jax, for streaming us live on Twitch and YouTube. And once again, thanks, Max, for joining us and being our humbled guest. We had a great episode this evening. Yeah, no problem, dude. Everybody, have a great night.
Bye.
Take it easy. Love you.